I put oil in my hair and it's still dry.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm yalL. Thank you so much for coming back by and clicking on this video. Please take the time out to watch this if you are someone who struggles with natural hair. If you have questions about natural hair, starting it, or just getting your hair to be what you want it to be, please take it out. Please take the time out to listen to this video, understand what I'm saying. Hope that it's really helpful and helps you guys make some changes for yourself, and I hope that it helps answer any questions or anything. So thank you so much. Leave any comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So let's just start. So when I think of natural hair, when I started my whole journey back in 2015, I had like 2 big chops. If you guys been watching me for a while, you would know that. My hair still isn't like super long, however it's very healthy, right? So more recently, in the last couple of months, I've learned to make some adjustments to my hair to make it flourish in the way that I need it to. I've been watching, researching, I've been just like taking in as much information as I possibly can. And obviously I've been documenting my journey with you guys, so you've been able to see kind of what I've been able to learn, what I've been able to share with you guys along with my journey. So the biggest question or the biggest topic that a lot of people will say is that my hair is dry, my hair doesn't look like that, I don't know what you do to your hair, what products do you put in your hair? All of these great questions. However, you guys have to understand that your hair isn't just something that you can just throw a product in and think it's gonna come out bomb like that. No. And if you think that, then you should probably leave because the rest of this video is going to require work from you that you may not want to put in. And I understand that not everyone is infatuated with their hair like I am. Not everyone has the time to devote to your hair like I do. However, if you want your hair to flourish, then you have to put in the work to get it that way. Same way with weight loss. If you want to lose weight, you have to exercise, you have to eat right. Or you can get surgery, which is the quicker way. But the point of it is that your hair is something that you have to thoroughly take care of, thoroughly understand, thoroughly put the work in to get the results that you want. You can't just rush the process. You have to be patient with the process. And if you want it to flourish, if you want it to be healthy, if you want it to be moisturized, then you have to do the things to take care of that. So that's just bottom line. And I just wanted to set that disclaimer. I just wanted to put that out there because a lot of people, and I'm sorry I'm talking with my hands because this obviously is a topic that I feel like I need to, but the purpose of this is just to understand that your hair is already, if you're natural, your hair is, you know, wanting to be, your hair wants to flourish, I'm sure, and I'm sure you want your hair to flourish. So what you need to do is just understand what your hair needs. So let's just start with the basics. So a very common thing that a lot of people say is that
I put oil in my hair and it's still dry.
I don't know, my hair is just it's just dry. I just don't know what to do with it. It's just I put oil in it and it just eats it up. And I'm like, okay, well baby girl, if you know anything, not to be smart, but oils are not going to moisturize your hair. There are moisturizing oils, but oils aren't meant to moisturize your hair. That's flat out. First of all, and I feel like we've grown up always thinking that oil is the way to go, but if you watch like big bloggers right now, if you research natural hair pages, if you're looking onto like forums and so forth, or just like natural curly hair magazines online, like you'll see flat out like everywhere nowadays literally tells you oil is a sealant, which makes sense, right? Because it's thick, it's normally coating your hair. You would think that oil would moisturize it because it gives you that sheen. However, you have to do things way before that before you can just throw oil on top of it, right? So what you need to do simply is to understand how to moisturize your hair, right? So water is number one, right? So your hair is literally like a plant. You want to water it and understand how often you have to water your hair. So I don't know how to I'm sorry to cuss. I don't know how planting works. I don't know how gardening works, but I know the number one thing is that you have to be careful about how often you water your hair, or I'm sorry, how often you water your plant and how much sunlight it gets, right? So same kind of consistent requirements are required for your hair. You have to understand how often you need to moisturize your hair, and then one, you have to moisturize your hair. So there's numerous resources out there to tell you how to moisturize your hair, but the number one thing is to understand your porosity. So I've been talking about porosity for I don't know how long to like my family and my friends, and even to you guys, I think. But porosity is something that pretty much tells you what you need to know. That's key, straight up, flat out. Like, no matter what product you use, no matter what research you do, you need to understand what porosity your hair is. Porosity tells you how your hair will get moisturized, how your hair will get the nutrients that it needs, right? So if you research how to do your porosity or how to learn your porosity, there's several different ways to do it. The most common way is to put a strand of hair into a cup of water, see if it floats, or see if it sinks, or see if it's in the middle. My hair is low porosity, so the things that I do on my channel are for low porosity hair. Obviously, you'll find that a lot of natural hair bloggers or not a lot of natural hair people tell you that you have to follow these strict concrete rules like do A, B, C, D. No, you may not need to do that and your hair will still grow. Exhibit A, my sister has like the longest hair that I know of in my life. Her and Teeter probably, and Brittany, but Brittany cuts her hair off all the time. But those are 3 people that I know who hair literally has always been long, who hair has always been healthy. Tristan doesn't do anything besides wear protective styles, right? But she doesn't really maintenance her hair well like I do, but my hair is shorter. However, I'm trying to get her to understand that there's a lot that goes into this process. She knows that, but she just doesn't want to deal with her own hair, which is fine. But what I'm saying is that you don't necessarily have to follow every natural hair rule in the book for your hair to grow. I've learned that my hair has been retaining length over the last couple of months. Like, my hair is just doing the best that it has ever done, and I'm just so proud, you know? But anyway, I'm just saying all of this part to say that you don't have to follow every single rule that a natural hair guru tells you. No, but what you should figure out is how to understand your porosity of your hair. If your hair is low porosity, then that means that you have to work harder to get moisture into your hair, and then once it's in, it doesn't want to come out. So high porosity is the opposite. It goes in very quickly, but then it also leaves very quickly. So once you understand what porosity your hair is, and it can also be normal, which is, you know, great. But you have to understand what porosity your hair is in order to take care of your hair. The way that your hair is going to be moisturized, the way that your hair is going to look good, the way that your hair is going to grow is if it is moisturized. And that's always the number one thing is, oh, my hair is so dry. And people then start shaming natural hair because the hair is dry. Well, duh, it's going to be dry if you don't do it, if you don't put love into it. Anything that you don't put work in is going to die, right? Duh. Like, what? So don't shame natural hair, girl, because we cute over here, okay? Don't shame us. Just take the time out to understand what you need to do in order to get it to flourish like you want it to. That's flat out. And the basics is to understand what porosity your hair is. Once you understand what porosity your hair is, you'll understand how to moisturize it. Whether you should use heavier products or whether you should use lighter products. Depending on that will make a lot more sense on how you can thoroughly care for your hair. And one thing that I literally do is I'll Google, like, is this product good for low porosity hair? Flat out. That's literally what I do. Instead of buying hella products that tells you, oh, so-and-so used this product. Okay, but what porosity does she have? Like, is that good for her? Is her hair moisture trained? Is her hair dry? Like, don't really look at what other people are doing. Understand what the product is before you buy it. Do your research. Understand that just because you may see someone use that product, it may not work for you. It's a combination of different factors that go into it. So don't just hop on the first train and then say, oh, I use this but it doesn't work, so I'm done with my hair. I'm not dealing with it. I mean, you can do that, it's your life, but I'm just saying, like, you can't just cancel it out just because you didn't do the research, you didn't go. You can't just expect for your hair to come out bomb and you're not doing what you need to do to make it that way. So don't just hop on the first thing. Do your research. Literally, once you figure out what porosity your hair is, I would suggest just researching what deep conditioners are good for low porosity hair, what leave-in conditioners are good for low porosity hair, so forth, things like that. So make sure you're buying the products that are good for your hair and then go from there. Once you understand your porosity, so you can do like the LCO method, which is a leave-in cream oil, or you can do leave-in oil cream, that's LOC. There's several different things about that. I've talked about it here on my channel before too. Those are just different methods that you can moisturize your hair. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is how often you should moisturize your hair. So one thing that I've noticed throughout my hair journey is that I do my hair nowadays like once a week, right? So even some people that may be a lot, which it's your prerogative, do your thing. But even though I only physically twist or style my hair once a week, I still moisturize it throughout the week. So that means that I refresh it with water, I can refresh it with aloe vera juice, I can refresh it with, you know, leave-in conditioner. And you want to make sure that depending again on your hair porosity that you're using the instruments that you need to refresh your hair. So very simply what I do, and I don't know if, to be honest, if this is like a natural hair tip, but for me what I do is I just simply mist my hair during the day. Like when I wake up and I shake my curls out, I'll mist my hair simply with that. And sometimes when I go to sleep, I'll mist my hair again. And it could be a mixture of just warm water and aloe vera juice, or it could just be aloe vera juice, or it could just be warm water, depending on what you're feeling for that day. I just simply mist my hair because one, and you don't have to do it every single day, just feel your hair, feel how it's feeling. If it feels a little on the drier side, or if you feel like it could use some extra loving on the ends, just take that into consideration and then just mist your hair. You don't have to dampen it, you don't have to go OD with it, but just moisturize it with refreshing your hair throughout the week. Although you only style your hair at the end of the week or maybe at the beginning of the week, you still should moisturize your hair throughout the week. And that is like the greatest thing that I've learned, because my hair works so much better once it's moisturized. If your hair is stuck to your head, then that's key number one, that your hair is dry and that you need to re-moisturize, right? So no matter what product you use, your hair still needs that water. Your hair loves water. Your hair wants to eat all that water up, right? So give it what it wants and refresh with some water throughout the week. And again, if you have like a style that you're worried about making it frizzy, don't go ham with the water, just simply mist it. But make sure that you're getting some sort of water into your hair throughout the week, okay? That's a gem for you guys if you didn't know. So let's just go back to that oil factor, right? So oil is something that, again, we've been thinking this whole entire time that oil is what we need to moisturize our hair. Oil is fine, but you shouldn't really put oil into your hair until it's actually moisturized, because I feel like most of us is low porosity. That's completely a myth, but whatever. So oil is something that's going to seal that moisture in, right? So you don't want to put oil on your hair before you actually get the moisture in. So oil is going to serve to be something that is a sealant. So if you have low porosity hair, you should probably go for more of the moisturizing oil. It's still going to seal it in, but you can still try to get one of the moisturizing oils opposed to one of the oils that may not be as moisturizing for your hair. Someone for low porosity, the biggest thing is to make sure that you really work that moisture into your hair, whether it be water, leave-in, and the cream, or the moisturizer that you're using. You really want to take the extra time, take a couple extra minutes that you normally would not provide, and go ahead and just try to work that moisture into your hair. Work in sections, take your time, have patience, and understand that everything that you do, you'll be able to figure out and fill out what works best for your hair by trial and error. There's nothing in this world that you're gonna try on the first hand and understand that, hey, you know, this one product is a gem for me. Like, you may have to go through the motions. You may have to try it with different things. You may have to try it with different products, different textures, different, like, there's just a mist of different things that you can do to try to figure it out. There's gonna be so many different failing times. You're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna be like, forget this. I don't like my hair. I'm done doing my hair. But at the same time, you have to be patient and understand what your hair needs. Listen to what your hair say. I used to hate when I used to research or look up on YouTube, like, what should I do with this? People always say, listen to your hair. But that's so true, because if you figure out what works for your hair, what your hair is loving, you'll see a difference within your hair, right? So listen to what your hair needs and then keep doing it pretty much until you want to switch it up. But don't break it if it's not broke, or don't fix it if it's not broke. Hair, I understand like doing your hair once a week is even like too time consuming, because I personally, I don't like it too much either, but I understand that this is what I have to do for my hair to grow, for my hair to flourish, and for me to be able to have my hair loving like I want it to. And I've been able to take extra time with my hair within like the last couple of months, and I've noticed a great difference. And I'm telling you guys everything that I've been doing right now. What else? Remember how I said that you have to do your hair like once a week? You don't necessarily have to do that. Protective styles are great. However, protective styles are only great if you're still able to moisturize your hair. People always think that protective styles, aka braids and so forth, are great. They are, but you should still refresh your hair under those braids. So you should try to get a style where you can do that. Wigs are a great option because you can still moisturize your hair under a wig. However, if you do like individual braids, you can refresh your hair, but then it makes the braids frizzy. So it's like you have to find a balance of a style that may not require too much manipulation, because you don't want that, because the more your hands are in your hair, the more it's gonna break off. However, if your hair is up into braids with a protective style, you still have to be required to moisturize your hair even in that style. So it's just a lot that comes along with it, and trust me, I understand. I'm someone who did not know anything, and I just had to kind of be patient and go through the motions with myself. And you know, I've learned a lot, so I just wanted to share that with y'all. You have to listen, you have to be patient, you have to go through things that may not work. You have to understand that, you know, you may follow certain people on Instagram or on YouTube and you're like, I want my hair like that. However, you have to realize that their hair is something that they probably have a method for them. They probably are consistent with their routine. But you also want to be realistic with who you want your hair to look like, or what you want your hair to look like. So this is where hair typing comes into play. So a lot of people say like 4C hair obviously is a tighter curl, whereas someone with 3B, 3A, whatever. Hair typing is a whole nother story. We'll have to talk about that another day because I'm thirsty and that's just too much for one video. But hair typing is something that people always kind of fall in love with, and always what someone may gravitate to. Curl typing literally tells you what type of curl you have, right? It doesn't dictate how well your hair gets moisturized. People infatuate themselves on the type of hair that they may have, or the type of curl or the coil that they may have, without understanding how to moisturize their hair. Which is conflicting, because you need to understand how to moisturize your hair, aka your porosity of your hair, the type of porosity that you have, before you can even infatuate yourself with a hair type. Your natural hair goal may be someone who may have a different hair type than you, and then you think that you can achieve those same curls or the same results because you don't have that hair type, but really it's because your hair isn't moisturized. You aren't understanding how to moisturize and train your hair to be similar to that person. And you should also follow people who have a similar type of hair as you and a similar porosity hair of you, because you don't want to start taking in information that may not be beneficial for you. For instance, some of the people who I follow may have high porosity hair, and they may be promoting a product that may not be good for me because I'm low porosity. So it's like you have to differentiate yourself from those people, because then you may get false info. And you want to make sure that your goals for your hair is realistic. Like, you can have those things, you just have to be patient, and you have to take out the time to research, learn your hair, try products, be very thorough with what you're doing, and be consistent with what you're doing. Don't just, you know, hope to pop up one day and be like, I want my hair to look like this, it doesn't look like this, I'm done with my hair, forget natural hair, I can't be natural. You can't do that. That's just not even fair. It's not realistic. You have to put in the work, like I said at the start of this video, and you'll get the results that you want. If you want your hair to look like X, Y, and Z, then you have to do that. I always have also people ask me about what type of products they should get, or what's the best leave-in, or what's the best twisting gel. I can tell you all day, but if you're not understanding the rest of what I've said out this whole video, it's not gonna make sense. And it's hard for somebody to recommend one product to one person which you don't understand their hair type, you don't understand their hair porosity, you don't understand how much they're being consistent with their routine, you don't know if their hair is super dry, you don't really know what they may need. So it's hard to recommend one magic product, because there is not one magic product. No matter how well my hair is kept, I'm still not gonna be able to have one magic product that may fit one size fit all. It doesn't work that way. You literally just, it doesn't work that way. There may be a particular line. Again, you have to research what's good for your hair. Right now, like, my favorite leave-in is by Kinky Curly. You can get it at Target. It's like a really lightweight conditioner leave-in that doesn't sit on top of my hair, that really goes into my hair follicles and stuff, and it's not something that's super heavy. So that's something that I've been recommending people when they ask. However, again, if your hair is not if your porosity is not low, then it may not benefit for you. And again, there is not a magic product for a magic one size fit all curls popping product out there. You literally have to, you might have to work it in longer, you may have to you know, allow it to dry. Like, there's so much that you have to put into your hair that there's not one product on the market that's just going to take care of all of it. If you're that lazy and you don't want to work for what you need, sis, then maybe being natural is not for you. Because if you want your hair to flourish, if you want to take care of your hair like you should, then listen to everything that I said on this video and understand that it's gonna be a journey. It's gonna be a lot of work. It's not gonna be something that you just wake up one day and you look cute AF. It's literally a process, and you cannot rush it at all. You can't. You have to do what you need to do to get what you want. And it's crazy because it's like a lot of people who may ask questions to myself and other like YouTubers, and it sounds weird because I know I'm a YouTuber, but I never really acknowledge that I'm a YouTuber. But those questions are great. It's just a little frustrating because, one, you have to understand that I can tell you what products I use all day long, and you can get frustrated and be like, well, that didn't work for me. It didn't work for you because, sis, I don't just wake up one day and put a product in my hair. I do a lot throughout the week to make sure my hair looks good. I wash my hair every week. And I mean, maybe I should tell y'all what I do. If you care, if you made it to this part of the video, what I do is I wash my hair pretty much every weekend, right? So I normally film on the weekends. So I normally film whatever style I'm doing for you guys. So I normally wash my hair Friday night or Saturday morning. I do a pre-poo the night before, try to if I can. I only shampoo maybe every other wash day. Deep condition every single wash day under a bonnet dryer. And then I apply leave-in in the shower. I just started doing that more recently, and I've noticed a major difference. And then I style my hair. Very simple, right? But there's a whole nother, there's so much I can tell y'all, but it's just, the purpose of this is that be patient with yourself. Be patient with understanding how to care for your hair. Understand that there isn't one magic product out there that is gonna make your curls just pop. That's just not the life we live, and it's just not realistic. So if you are natural, if you want to understand how to make your hair flourish, please be patient with yourself. Try different things, research different things. Anything that you do not know, research it. Start with learning your porosity. In order for your hair to flourish, you need your hair to be moisturized. I cannot stress that enough. And there is a such thing as over moisturizing your hair, so be careful with that. There's another video that we can talk about with that. So you have to balance out your moisture with your protein. I understand that this is a lot of information. I understand that I've talked your face off for like 20 some minutes now, but I really just want everyone to understand that you can have the hair that you want. You just have to put in the work for it. And then once you get a consistent routine down, then you'll be fine. You'll be able to do it weekly or a couple of weeks. You don't have to wash your hair every week. I'm just telling you that's what I do, and that's what's worked for me. Again, I'm just telling you what I've learned over my journey. My hair is still teaching me new things daily. I'm still doing different things. I'm still researching. I'm still looking for inspiration, learning from the people who are mentors for me. And you know, the questions that you guys may ask are great, and I appreciate those. I just really want y'all to understand that nothing is gonna work unless you put in the work. Nothing's gonna work unless you do, right? So if you want to be successful with something, you have to grind it out. Same kind of logic. If you want to have your hair grow, if you want to have your hair moisturized, if you want to be able to wear your natural hair, if you want to be natural hair goals, then sis, just listen to your hair, listen to what it needs, and do just that. Don't listen to other people. If other people may not have the same type of porosity, hair type, whatever, don't listen to them people. Don't get tainted and get unrealistic expectations and then start saying that your hair cannot do that. I hate that. Why my hair don't look like that? Sis, because you don't do what I do. If you want what I have, then just take care of your hair the same way that you take care of yourself. Take care of your hair. And if you don't have the patience or you don't want it, then you can go get your hair done, right? You can do that. You can get someone else to help you. Like Tristan, I've been trying my hardest to get her to love her hair, and I keep bringing this up. She loves her hair, but she doesn't love doing her hair, which is understandable. Like, no one has the patience. I didn't used to love doing my hair either until I understand what worked for it. And then I'm like, okay, it's a lot more easier. It's a lot more manageable to do it this way. So once you get it down, just think of it. Your wash days, your twist outs, your things, everything will just go up. And you'll be like, wow, like I really am my own natural hair goals. And you can be, sis. I am mine now. But anyway, if you guys want to know what this is a wash and go. Super cute. It's the second day. And it's like my very first successful wash and go with like minimal frizz. And that is a major goal. A major achievement. But yeah, so I hope that you guys found this video to be very informative. I hope I didn't turn anybody away. I hope that you guys made it to the end of this video. I really just wanted to stress to you guys what you need to do to have a successful natural hair. Whether moisturizing is like the #1 thing question. It's the #1 question. It's also the #1 thing that is very important, because if you want your hair to grow, if you want your hair to flourish, if you want your hair to retain its length, if you want your hair just to be healthy, do these things that I'm telling y'all about. If y'all still have questions, put them down below. I hope that I inspired. I hope that I helped. I hope that I've done something with this video. I've been yelling at y'all forever, but I just want to stress the importance of what I've been trying to say and what I've been trying to accomplish on my channel. I know it's not easy. I know it's annoying. I know it's time consuming. I know we all have our lazy days, sis. Trust me, I'm not perfect, and I don't intend to be, but I know that I have to take care of my hair if I want it to be healthy, if I want it to be what I want it to be. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.